We are live. Welcome back. I'm here in the booth with, introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name's Steven. I play for BZ Fearless out of Arizona, and yeah, it's good to be here.
Yeah, welcome. Anthony's taking a break, so Steve has supplanted him in our hearts and in our minds. All right, we got Ology versus 412 Crew on the field. 412 Crew looked good the first match so far. I liked what I saw. Ology in with a relatively conservative breakout. I'm surprised neither team tried to take the snake off the break.
Yeah, that is surprising.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of outside snake runs where they try to loop around the back corner and then into the what we're calling the snake mini brick.
Yeah, it's interesting. That run, because this field's kind of on a slope.
Yeah, it is.
There's one side of the field that has like a huge advantage on actually hitting that guy running through the corner.
Now, the slope is brilliant because we're expecting rain, so it's going to help drain the field. There's no accidents here at the NXL level.
Yeah.
All right, Ology's up to the 50 brick. He needs a little bit of backup so that... no, I don't think he does. There's no risk of getting bunkered at this moment.
Not quite.
No.
But yeah, once you get to that 50 in the snake, it's almost game over for that for the other team.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of teams recognize that fact and be willing to trade bodies to dig that snake brick out of there.
Hey, but now that they have two in the snake, that's kind of in full control of the field now.
Yeah, it's kind of... Unless something miraculous is going on
Exactly.
on the Dorito side.
You always pray for that miracle.
So what did your team see about the Dorito side as far as attacking it or using it?
So it's easy to progress up it.
Yeah.
It's hard to fight the snake from it. So you can be all the way up in Dorito side, but still, basically lose the game if you don't have control over the snake.
Yeah.
But it's fun to move up, and those Dorito wedges they're just super key to control the entire field outside of the snake.
Yeah, we saw a lot of kills coming from those Dorito wedges shooting the inside. That was something I did not expect.
Oh yeah,
walking this field.
The first wedge can see the what we call the God, the snake temple, and the home bunker.
Yep.
So it's very good.
Wow, big clean out of the middle of the field.
That's what happens.
Crow. Wow,
Yeah.
Big clean out.
That's what happens.
That is it. Ology wins that one.
You control the snake, you can control the game.
Yeah. So I am a little surprised to hear you say that about the Dorito versus the snake because, again, walking the field, not playing it. I felt that the Doritos could live against the snake. Doesn't mean that they're going to win that gunfight, but that they wouldn't just automatically die to the snake being hot. But
yeah, so it's basically if they're in the 50 snake brick, in the Doritos, you can live and fight, especially if you're on the outside. But you're not going to win the game from there.
Right.
And so if you're on the Doritos, up in the Dorito 2 or 3, if the snake body kills the rest of your team, you're just going to get shot in the back.
All right, to be fair, when you open a phrase with the snake kills the rest of your team, nothing good is happening after that moment.
But it's just so easy. If they get into the snake brick before you do, that's pretty much what's going to happen.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to give you a move. You can sell it to your team. I'm trying to see if teams will do it. I believe that you can get into the D2 by running almost to the corner of the field, and I mean with a painted corner, and then running straight at the D2.
I believe, yes. I think that can work.
I'm desperate to see somebody attempt that today. I don't know if they will.
We talked about it. It's just
really,
the only we have a player on there that. He really likes to run.
Yeah.
And he
likes
young. Those big runs.
He's young,
he's actually not.
Oh, really?
He just loves to run, and he's in shape to do so. But he loves going around the corner, all the way to the corner and going up. So we might try it.
All right. I get $1 if you do it.
Okay.
All right. We got Nasty versus Texas Cyclone. Cyclone makes the run out to the corner and then goes in and crawls up into that little snake brick.
And that's a run that corner run up to the snake brick is a good run.
Yeah. So your home player has two choices of where to shoot, his opening lane. You either shoot low, assuming they're doing a vanilla run into the snake, or he shoots high and tries to catch the guy going to that corner.
And so the high shot, unfortunately, they're diving early.
Yeah.
The high shot's a hard shot to hit because your paint's essentially going over them.
Yeah.
It's there, but it's not one of those consistent lanes that you're always looking for.
You need a little bit of luck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So we have a Cyclone player up into the S2. Nasty doesn't have anything to respond to that right now.
Yeah, and he doesn't know, and that's why he's taking his time.
Yeah.
If he had known that his snake was clear, he'd be in the 50, wrapping, shooting the entire team.
So this little jump right here from that S2 into that brick, I looked at it, and the home from both sides can blind drop paint into that. But I mean, you could be dumping 5 pods just hoping somebody makes that jump. So
and there's some silly bounces off the bunkers as well. But it's one of those things where you're just throwing paint and hoping to get lucky.
Yeah, watching in practice yesterday, I saw a lot of teams shooting into this snake 2 and bouncing them into the back of the 50 brick.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if teams have figured that out because the 50 bricks are generally not playing on the backside of it.
Yeah,
maybe to avoid that.
I shot it a little bit. I don't think I got lucky on any of them, but I shot it a few times.
You don't need luck. You're too good for luck.
Yeah, well,
luck doesn't come in your game.
Yeah, fair enough.
Cyclone's crossing the 50 at the on the snake side. He's low. I love this that he's low.
Yeah.
Because that snake backside can.
Unlucky.
Well, I
Commentator curse.
You know it.
It was a good move. It looked good.
But I like that he went low because that backside can on the snake side can't see you if you stay low.
See, this is what's interesting is that nobody's filled yet.
Yeah, yeah.
If they had shot the snake, they should have instantly filled. If the snake guy got shot, they should have instantly filled. Both teams had an opportunity here to fill, and they just didn't take it. It's interesting.
No, they're playing a little bit conservative. Now, that said, I've talked to some people that have done a little bit of statistical analysis, and they believe that first game is so important that you not lose that they tell their guys play conservative.
That's true. It's true.
Statistically, that you lose the first game, the odds of you winning the match drop, like 40% or 50%, something ridiculous. You lose the first two games, and your odds drop.
Yeah, I believe it, but it's one of those things that you have to weigh. Do you want to win that first game and get that momentum, or do you want to set the precedent by coming out aggressively?
As a player and as a dumb player, I tend to always choose aggressive.
I like that too. Yeah. Because if you do win that point and you come out guns blazing, it really puts the other team, on the back burner. They're confused. They're trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah.
And it might make them, have to try to figure it out for 2 or 3 points.
Yeah. So, how long have you been playing?
Oh my gosh.
I don't see a lot of gray hair. I see a little gray hair, but not a lot.
It's because I have a beanie on.
No, that's true.
You'd see all the gray hair. It's been like almost 20 years.
20 years? All right. So I don't know if you played at national level, how far back, but I believe that the sport changed in the aughts from being hero ball, and somewhere in the teens, the 2010s, teams got more disciplined, much more disciplined in playing. And so I grew up in the era of hero ball.
Ooh.
Yeah, maybe we should be commentating.
That's a good dodge.
I believe I just saw lightning off in the distance, unless it was a camera flash.
Fingers crossed it was a camera flash.
Yeah.
Quick reflexes on number 11.
That was impressive.
Yeah.
I would have just stood there like a cow and gotten shot between the eyes.
And that's the thing about this field is that, even when you have control, even when you have snake dominance, there's still players that can hide and really surprise you if you're not diligent in clearing the field.
Yeah.
So, it's one of those things that people can get lost very easily.
Especially on this snake side. There's so many visual blocking bunkers out there. I think you can get lost all over the field.
Oh, yeah.
So what about taking that 50 center brick? I don't see teams taking it as much as I expected to see them taking it because I think it's a pretty safe run.
Yeah, I made the run once, and
now you're bragging, but that's okay. You get to do it.
Yeah, but I dedicated myself to Dorito's side because the team we were playing against had pretty aggressive Dorito runners, and it was effective at stopping their progression. But the second that they queue up on it, it's easy for you to get shot out of it, and you really have to dedicate yourself to one of the sides because if you try to ping pong back and forth, you're going to get hit on your switch to the other side of the 50 brick.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that you can use every few points or so to try to stop the bleed of an aggressive player. But I don't know if it's like one of those consistent bunkers. Ooh, that was some thunder.
That was thunder.
I'm glad my games are over for the day.
The good news, if that thunder was related to the lightning I saw, it's quite a distance away.
Yeah.
So we are back. We got 412 Crew versus Ology. Ology, I'd call that a relatively conservative breakout.
See, I like that. I like the snake brick run and then crawling all the way up.
Yeah.
That was by
412 Crew.
412 Crew, yeah. That's a good run, and if you don't get laned, you're in the 50 brick. If you can get to that little snake brick there, you're going to make it all the way to the 50 brick.
What I'm seeing so far is if you can make it into any of the snake, including that snake mini brick, you can be at the snake 50 within
true. Yeah, it's very true.
You just got to stay low. You can go anywhere you want.
And this is what teams should be doing, just stacking, sending bodies, right? They got 2 bodies in the snake. So even if they lose, one,
Yeah, you commentated, cursed him.
I'm sorry, but it's still their first guy's still out there doing damage, and that's what you want.
So this is other semi-pro teams you're watching. You can use the commentator curse to tilt this match if you want.
Is that it?
Yeah.
I didn't know I weld such important power, and there it is.
Let's try it out. Pick a player. Say something nice about them right now, and let's see how long before they die.
That's a good fill. That's a good fill into the snake after the bodies dropped out.
Number 7, you're 77. You're a dead man.
Let's see. He made it to the 50 brick. He's getting ready to wrap. He did not see this. He did not see this fill by 412 Crews.
No, he did not.
I don't think 412 Crew knew either, though.
412 Crew going ahead and moving up that mini wall. Don't bump the bunker.
He heard
Don't
the shot.
bump the bunker.
Heard the shot. Did he get hit?
Yeah.
There it is.
The commentator curse.
I guess. I didn't know I had such power.
This is a whole new level.
So am I allowed to commentate when we play? When my team plays?
I don't know. That might be considered game rigging.
Fair enough.
We're going to have to change the NXL rulebook real fast.
Exactly. This is always fun to see, though. Matched up in the snake. You know, it really comes down to.
Oh, unfortunately, again, commentator curse.
I was going to say it comes down to how well the team can pick up on that snake body, and
Ology's now in control.
Ology picked it up. Yep. There he goes.
Yeah. So the crew tried to make a bump into the Dorito, and I think he got caught.
They had control of the game in the beginning, and then I guess it was all up to me to let them win, and I did them a disservice.
To
so I apologize.
curse them right into the ground. Yeah. Well done.
But that's how I think that's as the day progresses and the tournament progresses. That's what we're going to see is just a lot of fills in the snake, a lot of chaos in the snake, and whoever comes out on top is pretty much going to win the point. So
to what you're saying, and I don't want to overwrought, just because they're a high-ranked team, but Blast Camp was very dedicated to continue. Was it Blast Camp or Paintball Fit? They were very dedicated to filling in that snake again and again and again and again and again. So
yeah, I mean, of course, either or Blast Camp or PB Fit, they're going to read the field, they're going to break it down.
Yeah.
And pretty much for any team, if they see Blast Camp or PB Fit doing something, they probably want to emulate that because they know what they're doing.
So we've Texas Cyclone versus Nasty. Cyclone's up by 1 point. Still a lot of time on the clock, though.
Yeah. There it is.
Nasty clean. Yeah, clean into the snake.
That's something you don't see very often is sliding into the snake, into the beams, and shooting inside.
Yeah.
You really don't see it. It has advantages, but, a lot of teams are just going straight to that, straight to the 50 brick in the snake.
Mm-hmm. We did. I don't know. It might have been your team. We did watch somebody, unfortunately, underslide in that gap between the God and the Snake one, and he's just wide. And it was just the worst possible place in the field to underslide.
Oh, goodness.
I didn't even see the hit. I just saw the underslide and went, yeah, he's dead.
He's not making it.
He's dead. So, unfortunately, they do lose their Dorito side runner.
They're matched up pretty well here in the Snake.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if... what information the snake players have, but he's hunting for sure.
So that's actually I like to bring this up. You kind of brought it up. So I like to tell people at home, look, we have so much more information out here than when you're on the field. When you're on the field playing, you have so much less information about where the other guys are, where the kills are coming. You have so little information.
That's very true, especially on this field. You have to rely on your wits and the team.
Yeah, and it's unfair for us in the webcast booth to just act like, wow, that was a bad move. What was he thinking? Well,
it's so easy. Why didn't you do this?
Yeah, you're just not operating with the same information.
Did he not?
No, I think they're both at the S2.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, the Cyclone player paid for it with his life on that one.
Oh, I think he thought he got him. I don't think he got him.
Look, as paintball players, we always think we got the other guy.
Right. Listen, I was shooting on the other side of the field, but I definitely hit that guy.
And my move is to call the color. Oh, he got shot by yellow? Well, that was me.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy got shot by yellow? That was probably me.
Definitely
I was shooting yellow.
Shot, yep. I mean, that's part of paintball, right? Calling your shot?
Yeah, you claim every kill you can.
Exactly.
All right, so Cyclones lose their backside snake can. Beaumont is pushing it. Looks like it's fait accompli at this point.
Yeah, Beaumont really took his time, really went hunting, and that's what ultimately won it for him. Is he played it very calm, very collected.
Not stupid aggression, but calculated aggression.
Yep.
He's been playing very well so far. We watched him in some earlier matches.
Yeah, it looks like he's really got it figured out on how to play the snake and come out without having to trade and throw his body away.
Did you guys get out here for a chance to practice yesterday?
We watched, but we didn't practice, no. We watched a lot of the games that were being played.
I think just practicing at your home field is probably enough for the most part, and then get out here and walk the field to see those little changes in lanes.
Yeah, I think the biggest difference is how well your home field sets up
mirrors
the field. Yeah, because there's some key shots that you can have or you can't not have, and it really makes a difference when you come out here.
Something as small as how much they fill up the bunkers with air
yep.
can change how a field plays.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, they queued up on that.
That was a quick move right into the Ology.
They queued it up on the snake corner run, and there he goes. He stays low, uses that to block out, and just moves on up.
Look at that crab walk.
Yep.
And they don't know it.
I don't think so at all.
Crew doesn't know it. Now they're starting to get paint in on that bunker.
I think they're just shooting at the 50 brick. I don't think they know he's there.
Yeah.
He was stealthy.
If they knew he was there, I should hear more panic in Crew's voices, and I'm not hearing panic.
And you should see some guns turn to just
Yeah.
blow up his bunker.
Yeah.
And here they are. They're in the best position possible. We got one overwatch at the 50 brick, and then one guy on their side snake.
Yep.
It's going to be rough.
I think sometimes your job as front player is just get up there and let a bunch of guns wash over you.
Yep.
Let your teammates should be able to respond off that. If you can get 3 guns on you, just chill, man. Go zen.
That's
let them
exactly
shoot
it.
at me.
That's one of the key roles as a snake player is just drawing guns. And then once you get established, you get Overwatch on you, then you can go for kills. But
yeah. So I'm not inventing anything amazing here, but I like to think of it as isolating gunfights. So if I'm in a bunker like this, number 71, right on the other side, I'm just going to try to use the bunker to isolate me away from anybody else, find a player that I can gunfight with, and see if I can win that gunfight.
Yeah, no, exactly. You don't want to try to fight 2-3 people, right? You want to find one person that you can battle with, have his gun dedicated on you, and then beat him out in a gunfight, move on to the next. And that's what it looks like he's doing. He's stopping their forward progression as well as keying up on one guy, I think in the that little mini Dorito over there.
Yep.
And he's just not letting him move. And if he shows him anything, he's going to
just locking him down.
Exactly.
You guys, have you guys been putting players in the tower, the Dorito side tower?
Yeah, I've actually gone there a few times.
What do you think of it? Because I walked the field and I thought it just didn't have shots and anything.
I'm taller and I have pretty good shots on the snake from there. And really, it's one of those bunkers that I run to, shoot my shot on the snake, and if I believe they progressed up further, and/or I hit the guy, then I'm progressing up the field.
Yeah.
So it's really one of those bunkers that has
time limit. A
time limit. Yeah. It has one key position, key role, and then it's just you launch out from it. Yeah. Because you can progress up the Dorito side very easily from there. So it's one of those ones you don't want to get caught in because you're going to, like you said, it's not very good for very long.
Yeah, there's not much you can do out of it. So, well, Ology is well entrenched in the snake, but they're playing a very calm, patient game at this point.
Yeah, I think that they're up points, so they don't have to push the issue too much. They just want to control the game.
Yeah, they're up to 2-0. Yeah. There's a little bit under 8 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, plenty of time for 4-1-2 or 4-12 Crew to come back, but Ology right now is just in full control.
Yeah.
That's where they want to be.
I got to say, though, for front players, it's hard to, even when a coach says, no, slow down, play more conservative. It's just really hard to do that.
And that's good because, you don't want to get in the habit as a front guy to not play aggressively.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I wonder how he got shot.
They just lost number 71. They're front.
I think that little mini Dorito got him out.
Yeah. You don't always win those gunfights,
That's
although
true.
Crew just lost their backline Dorito.
Yeah. But see, here's the thing. I'm sure Crew thought they were in a good position killing the snake guy, but they had 2 other players in there. So that's why you want to fill that snake. You expect the first guy that's in there to die, but you want to have other people to help him out.
Yeah, definitely on this layout. One of the better moves I've been watching enough that I'm a fan of it is very often we got 2 opposing players at the snake brick, and I've seen some smart moves with one player will drop, crawl along the inside, get to the other team's snake too, and just shoot his opponent in the back.
You can also see a little in between the cake and the brick. You can see if somebody's there without engaging them.
Oh, really?
So then, little gaps. You can see their feet, their knee.
Yeah.
And so you can crawl around knowing that they're at the cake, as opposed to, on the outside or inside of the brick.
Yeah.
And that just gives you information. You use whatever advantage you can to gather that information.
All of it legal.
Exactly.
Let's be clear. All right. Cyclones with a good breakout, actually.
Yeah,
I think they took D2. Breakout. They're all the way up into the snake mini wall real fast.
That nice corner run.
Yeah. Up to the snake 50. There's going to be bunkering coming.
Good trade.
Yeah, good trade. I have no problems with that.
And then whoever fills first is going to be in the advantage here.
Yeah. I don't see anybody from Nasty in a great position to fill.
You can fill from that can on the snake side. It's a pretty easy fill if you want to do it. I don't know if he wants to do it, though.
It depends on how cognizant the home player is on the other side. But to make that fill, we're about to watch.
There he goes.
There he does it. You've got to battle in your mirror and make sure the home player isn't just sending a lane through that gap.
Okay, they both filled at the same time. This is good.
Again, I don't think they're aware of each other.
I think he heard him, but we'll see.
Good kill from Cyclone, taking out probably the wedge on the Dorito side.
Yeah.
Nasty tries to refill the Dorito side. I'm not sure. I think he's clean, not walking out.
Yeah, the snake player on Nasty needs to really get into that brick, start stopping the bleed. I think the Cyclone player's already gotten 2 of
he's already done his damage.
Yep.
And now the Dorito side is being pushed for Cyclones.
Yep.
They're up to D3.
Oh, he's trying to tactical retreat.
Tactical retreat doesn't work. Tactical retreat right back to the pits.
You know, that's interesting. I'm surprised he did that. You can live for quite a while in these snake bunkers.
So I have a theory, which again I'm not a great enough player that it always works, but I have a theory that when you realize that you're, let's say, 3-on-1, in that kind of situation, you got about a 10-second, maybe 5-second window to do something.
Oh, yeah.
Something.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe it's a tactical retreat. Maybe it's bunker guy. Maybe it's just go to. You've got because if you wait longer than about 5 seconds, the other team figures it out,
Yep.
and now you're screwed.
Yeah.
Now you got 3 guns locked on you. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah. That's exactly it. I mean, I really think that in that chaos of dropping a lot of players, you can make something happen.
You have a window. It may not work. The odds are still against you, but
still worth a try.
There's a window of chaos.
Yeah.
All right, well, good news is no more lightning. I haven't seen any lightning for a few minutes.
Yeah, it teased us a little bit and then went away.
Yeah, it's just reminding us we're here for you.
Yeah. Other than the maybe impending doom of the storm, it's been really nice weather.
Yeah, well, we're going to get rain. We're going to start seeing overslides soon.
Oh, yeah.
No more underslides.
It's already pretty slick. I mean, outside of that random patch that you saw in there in the snake, I've been enjoying it. It's nice to play on grass. Coming from Arizona, we don't have grass.
Except, wait a second, you have the Cardinal Stadium, right? The Phoenix.
That's true.
They have that grass that's on a giant tray,
rotating, yeah.
And it slides out in the parking lot during the week, and it's to grow it, and then it slides back into the stadium.
I mean, they didn't like it. I remember there was a lot of complaints from the Super Bowl about it.
Really?
They said it was like too soft.
I know. I just the innovation of putting an entire field on railroad trestles and rolling out in the parking lot. All right, so we got 412 Crew versus Ology. Ology is in a commanding lead right now, and they got.
There's time to come back for 412 Crew.
Absolutely,
7 minutes. There's time to come back. They've been aggressive on the snake, the 412 Crew. So if they can control it a little bit more, they could mount a pretty good offense and come back here. Interesting breakout from Ology. They sent a player to the backline, Dorito, who was there for about 2 seconds, and then he bumped out to the Dorito tower. I'm not sure what that bought him, but it was an interesting. Haven't seen that yet today. Yeah, and this is what I like seeing. Ology's up, but they're still making the aggressive moves in the snake. They realize that it's important for them to you can't defend their lead. They still have to get into that 50 brick. You can't concede the snake on this field, on this layout. And it's unfortunate that 412 Crew isn't. Wow, good move by Ology. Isn't really pushing the issue to try to make up some of these points. Yeah. So dodged it. At this level, you guys are playing different ball. I watch at regional level a lot of teams that don't understand how to push when the time calls for it. Right. They just don't quite get it yet. As you gaining experience, gaining knowledge in the sport, there's that mentality that up and coming divisional players have that they don't want to get shot. They feel like if they get shot, they're doing their team a disservice. They're hard on themselves, and so they stay alive, but they're not effective in their spot, and it's really almost as bad as getting shot. Yeah, and not being effective. Yeah, you're not helping out. So you just have to have that confidence in yourself and your team to make the necessary moves. Play how you need to play to win the point, and then just rely on your teammates to not badger you and bully you if you do get shot making a move. Right? Absolutely. Yeah. Your coach should recognize that. So. Wonderful point. What are you doing the rest of the day? We can get rid of Anthony. He doesn't need to come back. He can stay here. We're cutting him. I think everything you do out there is calculated risks, right? Yeah, exactly. And there's payoffs, and some payoffs are low and the risk is high. You don't do it. Some risks are low, the payoff's high. But there is no safe moves. There's always a chance that there's a gun somewhere you're not expecting. Random bounce off of a bunker somewhere. But, that's what makes it so invigorating and so enjoyable, and that's why I've been playing it for so long, is because not only is the game evolving, like you had said earlier, right? Competitive paintball went through a big shift, which I think in a good direction. But it's just something that every time you play, even if you get the layout, a week and a half ahead of time, even if you play 100 points on it, it's always different every single time. And, that's why I love it, and that's why I've not stopped playing for 20 years. So I wonder if statistically, one of the things that would make it more accurate for which teams are the better teams, but make it more boring, is extend matches out to say 30 minutes, because then the chaos starts to diminish as statistically you get more spins in. So which I don't want. I'd rather
Like we watched some big mismatches today in terms of rankings, where it was damn close. It was really surprising. A 29th ranked team taking on the 4th ranked team. Made a hell of a game of it.
You know,
so.
we watched that, and I was very surprised, and it was really cool to see. And you know, that's just the variability of paintball, right? You have so many variables in terms of layouts, in terms of players, in terms of how much play time, all this stuff that comes into play. That really it levels the playing field in a way that you don't anticipate right off the get-go.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, Ology is up here with
full control.
Full control, but not being dumb, just being calm.
They know they're up. They know they're in positions to hold, and they're just holding.
Killing the clock. I think we went from 7 minutes down to about just under 4 at this point.
It was 7:15 at the start, I think.
And this is a relatively fast field, so.
And see, at this point, right, that's the 0-3 is the iconic, you can't come back from it score.
Yeah.
You know, to make something happen within the time frame that you're given, 412 crew really has to just push the issue. At this point, if you lose pushing, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. As a fan of the Boston Celtics, I can tell you can't come back from 0-3 in a series.
Yeah.
They hurt me. They hurt me badly this year. I'd like to see more urgency out of crew.
If they want to come back, they have to.
Yeah, I mean, hell, even if they say, look, we're not going to win this match, which they shouldn't, but let's say they're saying that, I'd still attack.
Yeah. See, this is a great opportunity. If you know that, maybe we're not going to win this match, you start trying to figure out how to make plays, make runs, how to play the bunker into positions to help you in your next matches. You use it as a quote-unquote practice.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're either down big or you're up big, you have a chance to do that.
Exactly. And so, I think they really got to figure it out, how to get more aggressive in the snake, how to support the snake more, so that in their later matches, they can come out swinging. And they did in the earlier points. They had 3 guys in the snake. I'm not sure why they're scared to do that now.
So again, this is psychology, but maybe it's 412 crew was much more aggressive in their first match, and they didn't win it. So maybe they had a talk and say, let's play more conservative. Maybe they talked themselves into it.
Yeah,
I don't know, but they're being way too passive on this point.
Yeah, this layout you have to just continually fill snake.
Yeah,
you have to just fight it out.
Kill 3. So, crew heading over. So crew down to a couple bodies left. Time slipping away. All hope is lost.
What I would do is concede this, and then really take the next 2 minutes, minute 40 to just come out swinging and say, hey, we're going to have an aggressive breakout. We're going to try to take position, try to get some kills, see how it works out for us. So for their next matches, they can bring that knowledge with them and hopefully go up a few points in their next matches. That was a great run.
That was a great move. So for those of you watching at home, number 77, Smotron, went on the outside of the snake, so their snake 1 knuckle, and just went through the middle and cleaned them out. That was a great move. And he didn't need to. Again, they're up on points. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter.
Great spread for them.
Yeah.
Good point spread. So,
good for Ology.
Yep.
Well done. Crew's got to go back, reassess, figure out how they need to approach for the next game. If the rest of the day turns into a rainstorm, that can also add a little bit of uncertainty to all of this.
Oh, in Austin, the second day was quite muddy.
Yeah.
And that changed a lot.
Yeah.
Not being able to step off, not being able to make the slides. It definitely makes it.
Not being able to stop the slides once initiated.
So I think that's what's going to happen. If it does, we get some rain here, like you said, you're going to slide a lot.
Miles. Interesting, though, where they paint the logo in the middle of the field. It's much different footing. Have you run? I mean, nobody's going to be diving and sliding right there, but go on it. Like, even when that thing's wet, it's like a Brillo pad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that from the paint, or is it just the grass in the area?
No, I think it's the paint adds a little bit of stiffness to the grass blade. So,
paint everything.
My inside tip to you is you can run to the 50 when the rest of the field's wet. You can accelerate through that patch. Grip. Yeah, that's an inside tip. I'm going to give you that one for free. I ran that once.
I appreciate that. I ran that once, and it's not bad. It's a pretty safe run. It's a fun run for the most part. But, my only fear is that if they know you're doing it, you might be in a world of hurt.
So I looked at it, and again, this is just looking at it. Doesn't mean I'm right. I'm more wrong than right usually. But I feel like running straight at the bunker, the only way the other team sees you, their guys running sideways might glance you out of the corner of their eye. But they're already too committed to their run, probably, to get their gun around and get it on you.
Yeah, so they'll see you, but more than likely the bodies that can shoot at you they're not going to have their gun up as they're diving into the the Doritos.
Yeah. So the home has no vision on you running down the middle.
Right.
So, anyways, I don't know if it's a great bunker because there is some cans that actually block some of your view into the snake from it.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
But
close game here.
Here we go. Nasty.
Let's see if Nasty can even it up.
That's a different running line. And then he dies for it. Okay, well, that's why.
Maybe that's why that running line isn't there.
Yeah, that's why I haven't seen that running line be used. Oh, get a little bit of sportsmanship between Cyclones and Nasty coming off the field.
So it looks like it's 4-on-4. Oh,
yep. No,
Cyclone's
you say that.
dropping bodies.
Cyclones drop another body.
You're welcome, Nasty, for commentating first.
Yeah, there you go. So Cyclones up 2-1. We got about 7 minutes on the clock. A ton of time, really.
Yeah, plenty of time,
especially on this field.
Still a good match. We'll see what happens.
Definitely.
And like you said, sitting on the outside, it's so easy to see the moves that should be made.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things. No fill in the snake just bothers me.
Yeah, I can tell. It's really bugging you.
It's just because it's so important. It's just so important.
Cyclone drop. Yeah.
That's a smart towel.
Yeah.
Good point by Nasty there. And that evens it up, so got a full game.
So to fill, let's go back to that, fill in the snake, right? So generally what I'm seeing is teams get into the snake early and either live or die or whatever, but talking about filling it in. So generally what I'm seeing is not the god, which is that small temple right before the snake. Generally I'm seeing that it's a can, the back, snake side can, back row can. That's the only body left to fill it in. It looks to me like a little bit of a tough fill. I think you disagree with that, but it looks like a tough fill.
I disagree simply because if you have an inside shot stopping that fill, it can come across and you'll see it before you make that run.
All right.
Otherwise, you don't need to worry about it.
All right, we'll continue in a minute.
This is Surge. It's packed with all of the latest tech from Gel Blaster. For you, that means epic gameplay, like nothing else out there. It's designed by the Gel Blaster engineers in Austin, Texas, who have made robots, drones, and even spaceships. With Surge, they've taken the best tech out there and put it into your hands for a difference you can hear and feel. Does it hurt? Just a little.
All right, we are back. I believe the rain is finally catching up with us here today, so it's here. We've all been waiting for it.
Came quick, too.
Yeah. We have a tied-up match between Nasty and Texas Cyclone. 6.5 minutes on the clock, so this is not over.
Not over at all. Let's see if the rain changes anything.
Yep. I saw a little bit of slippage going into the can. Maybe that's...
Both conservative. Oh, nope, not conservative for Nasty.
No.
Nasty's in there first and ready to do damage, so here it comes.
And I don't think Cyclone's aware of it.
No.
So he's got a moment.
There's one.
There he goes, takes one. They're still not aware of it. He's going to go hunting on Dorito's side. No, switches back.
The snake insert, the God bunker, has not switched. He does not know.
No. He could drop and crawl into their snake mini wall if he wanted to.
There's one.
Oh, he takes the home. Yep.
And this is what happens.
Yep.
Just so much damage from that 50 snake.
Got to contest the snake. There he goes. He's up into their S2. I think he's shooting at the Dorito side tower.
Oh, nope, he killed the little mini Dorito. So that's 3 for him.
Yeah.
He's going for the 5-pack.
This is a clinic.
That's a towel.
And that's it.
All thanks to that snake player.
Yeah, that was a clinic.
Oh, like he said he's been playing lights out today.
Yeah,
there he goes.
Bomad?
Yep.
Yeah, he's been playing great. Well, still a lot of time.
Yeah, they're slowly walking away with it.
It's only 3-2.
I really want to see Cyclone come back and try to counter nasty snake play. So we'll see what happens.
So, Cyclone is a 19th ranked team against Nasty, who's a 7th ranked team. They're down 3-2. There's almost 6 minutes on the clock. What do you have to lose? Just
exactly.
Pull out. You should have some wacky game plans. Wacky is underselling it, but you should have some unusual game plans. Now's the time to.
You want to throw them off, and you want to try out those game plans to see if they really work.
Yep. I mean, the match is still within reach, so maybe not be stupid about it, but or be stupid about it. What do I know? That's why I don't coach.
I mean, it's one of those things that if you have a team that is mounting a good offense, they have the momentum. You want to surprise them. You want to try to break that momentum somewhat.
Yep.
And doing a very interesting play that throws them off, it could be it.
Is there a little bit of, I don't know, stagnation or repetitive amongst the high-ranked teams like semi-pro, because they're high-ranked, where they become too predictable? Because there is the right way to play a field. There's a right way to attack a thing, and it becomes too predictable. And you might play a D3 team and do something crazy or different, and they just aren't prepared for it.
I think that that's one of the biggest advantages that new teams have.
Yeah.
You see it a lot with, a pro team that just got the pro spot. They come in and they do something crazy. These pro teams aren't used to the way they play, and so they end up ranking well or, upsetting some teams, and I think that's why. Once you get into higher divisions, you watch tape, you watch players, you watch teams, and you have an understanding of how they play. If you come out there and completely surprise them, that is a huge advantage for you.
So there's lots of sources of information now, but I wonder if everybody's watching the same field breakdown videos and going, "Oh, this is what we have to do."
I think that's really what happens, especially in the higher divisions.
Yeah. All right. Cyclone's down 2-3.
I mean, he can't be stopped, really.
Yeah, good slide. And Nasty takes a snake easily on the break.
Cyclone,
a little bit more conservative.
Yeah. But he just gets there so fast.
Yeah.
You saw he did the little peek underneath the cake to see if there was somebody there.
You're right.
So let's see.
The tunnel. Unfortunately, I just heard thunder again.
Yeah. Rain's picking up a little bit.
Yep.
Oh, somebody shot him from the inside.
Wow, I see Ology players dropping. It's at least two Ology players down. I think only one Cyclone player down.
That's Nasty, not Ology.
I'm sorry, you are correct.
That's all right.
All right, I'll just put my headset down. I'll leave. I'm done here. For our next match, we have Jen Falk and Anthony coming back into the booth.
He's running away with it.
Yeah.
He's running away with the
game. He's having a great match.
His team needs to pat him on the back.
Yep.
There's still plenty of time. 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But
I need to see Cyclone do a better job attacking.
If they can't lane him out, they have to get in the snake, match him up, trade him out. He is the player that's doing the most damage, so just go in there, 1-for-1, trade him out, and then have somebody else fill and hope they can do the damage to make up the point.
So other big picture is what if I'm the Cyclone coach, and it's good for them that I'm not, but if I was, I'd say, are we shooting out their snake player on the run out? No. Then why are we leaving guns back at home if we're not getting those kills? Yeah. So instead, I'm gonna just go ahead and send my players at the snake. Because also maybe they can't shoot us taking the snake if we're not shooting them. I haven't
seen them. I haven't seen Cyclone getting laned all that much. No. I saw them get laned once going to the snake corner, but when they do an inside route either to the little mini brick or to God or even to snake one, it seems like they've been getting in there alive. So they just really got to do that and commit to crawling up and commit to trading out with the nasty snake player. I really think that's the only way that they're going to be able to bring this back.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's not over.
Not quite.
4-2. We just need a little aggression. We are under the 5-minute mark, which is still a lot of time, but just need to attack. Oh. Well, we shall see. Yeah. Who's your matches tomorrow? Who you got?
Blitz and oh goodness, I forgot. Really, when I look at the schedule for the time, not the teams, just because I just assume every team that I play is going to be worlds better than me.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. I don't take anything for granted. I know Blitz for sure. I just like playing against them because they're hyper aggressive, and you always know they're going to come for you. So.
Unless that gives away what they're going to do.
I mean, it could be. I think that they recognize that they're an aggressive team, and they're like, everybody knows that we're aggressive, but we're still going to do it.
Try to stop it.
And you're still going to have trouble stopping it.
All right, here we go. Cyclones.
There he goes again. Don't hesitate. Cyclone's hesitating.
He's under fire in the snake corner. Oh, good. He seeks a different route. So he's under fire on the outside, so he spins and goes to the inside for his crawl. Good. Like it. All right, keep going.
Looks like Nasty is slowing up a little bit just to have more control over the game.
I mean, they can. They're
exactly.
They're in a point situation where they have every right to do that.
Yep. He's still in a position to stop progression, but he's not. You know, he probably heard me talking about how the Cyclone player needs to just shoot him out, and so he's like, I'm not going to let that happen.
The Cyclone player knows if they're talking about me, I'm going to get killed.
Yeah.
Now, the Cyclone player has gone to a static kind of gun up. He's waiting to see if they try to cross the 50.
I mean, and it makes sense. That's how they've gotten dinked out the entire time, so he's trying to stop that.
Yeah.
But it's like the Nasty player knew, and so that's why he didn't.
But so the Nasty player, and I think that's anyways, the Nasty player could bounce up there and still do damage, even with that S1 hot for the Cyclone. So I think I'd like to see that Cyclone player just keep going.
He's got to. Yeah. Regardless of if he thinks there's a person in the 50 snake brick or not, he's got to commit to it.
Yeah, especially with this point in time situation.
Exactly. You want to recover these points in this time as much as possible.
So if you're going to go gun static, you know, if you're going to put your gun on a lane and just hold it there, then you better be sure that there's going to be a body crossing through there. And right now, the probability of what he's posted on is not great.
And he has Overwatch. He has a teammate behind him. So this is when he really needs to get up, start doing some damage. If he's got that Overwatch, he needs to be the one to start hunting.
I think he has an opportunity to go to their snake too right now. I mean, okay, let's dial back and once again say we have lots more information than he does, and you know, it's easy for us to sit out here and criticize. Cyclones just lose their one of their Dorito side players.
They still have a chance to win this point and put it in within 1 point with plenty of time left.
3 minutes left.
They got to recognize that.
Another Nasty player walking off.
They're in good positions.
Yeah.
Cyclone has 4 players alive.
Good fill. Good fill.
Okay, let's see.
Now at this point, I definitely, if I'm the Cyclone player, you got to get out of that S2. Move up and do something. Because what I saw is that S2 and this outside mini wall both have essentially the same cross shots.
Yep.
So and his gun on the inside isn't doing anything. So, yeah, they're both aiming at the same point. Just get out of there.
Yeah, it's really tough to win a point when you're playing this passive. But if they do win this point, and they, you know, if they can do it with a minute left at least.
There we go.
There we go.
Now that said, the Nasty player is not coming on the outside to engage.
I think it's because he has his player behind him overwatching.
Yeah, holding on to him. Now that said, I think again, this would be kind of a crazy play, but I think the Cyclone player could drop and crawl right up to their mini wall. I don't think that could stop him.
Nope.
He couldn't even see it.
So what's going to happen? I think they don't know that the Nasty player is right in front of them. Beautiful run. Wow. Unbelievable.
Wow. Yeah. Damn. So Cyclones were heeding our advice and they were getting aggressive and moving up, but man, they just got blown up by the Nasty player.
I mean, he's playing lights out.
Yeah. Well, especially now that he got shot in the family jewels, he's going to be lights out for a little while. Oh God.
I think Cyclone still has a chance, but they really got to take advantage of their time and the fact that the Snake player is out for Nasty, and try to close this out with enough time to tie this up.
Boy, they're running out of it though. Yeah. It's a minute 15. Even if they win this point right now, I think Nasty has the ability to lock it down and prevent a win.
It's going to be tough.
So I don't love seeing. I don't know if the other Cyclone players are aware that they just lost their entire Snake side. They're not acting like they know it.
No. I mean, I know so this field is very difficult to find where bodies are.
Yeah. Yep.
But you got to do what you can, especially if you're in a position where you're down points, because you want to recover points. You want to try to tie it up and put yourself to be able to play that overtime point and actually win the game.
Mm-hmm. All right. I don't hate that move, but with time, I would have rather see him go up the middle.
Yeah.
And do more. Try to do some damage.
Yep.
I'm hearing chatter about the lightning from league officials, so we might be.
Looks like the rain kind of held up.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed, it just kind of rolls over us.
There we go. So you've just commentated cursed us into a raging lightning storm.
That's true. I'm just trying to test how much power I actually have.
Flexing your muscles.
I didn't realize that. I wielded such crazy power. And there's the lightning.
There's the lightning. You did it, LaPointe. They are out of time. That's it.
That's unfortunate. They had a chance to mount a comeback. They had a chance.
Yeah, maybe what they are is a smart, slow team, but they got put in a situation where playing smart and slow.
Yeah, you have to be dynamic enough to play your game, but also when it comes to changing it up, you got to be able to change it up.
Yeah, absolutely.